but I still have the song, and it goes something like this. Well, I'm not stalling around to try to take up your time. I'm just waiting around, sign for you to make up your mind. And I've been living life wrong, all alone and empty without you. And I've been lonely too long, singing this song of the blues.
Okay, I'm waiting for Diane to get back so I can use the vehicle. So while I'm waiting, I thought I would do another one of these chapters. This chapter is going to be about Lonely Too Long. Now, from a story standpoint, Lonely Too Long is about a person that he knows he wants that girl. He wants her. And he's had some interactions with her, but I mean, I'm telling you from the story perspective. But she doesn't seem committed, doesn't seem to she doesn't have the same feelings that he does at this point. So he's telling her, I'm not stalling around trying to take up your time. I'm just waiting around for you to make up your mind. Did I write this about Diane? Probably. We actually started dating, I guess, if we can use that term. We started going together about the beginning of 1972. And she started working, I think, at Burger Chef. That's where I met her, by the way, at Burger Chef. But she started working there in October of 71, and by January of 72, that's when I first started going out with her, and I'm not going to go into all that. You can read about that in my books if you want, but what the story is, there's a person, and it could be a cowboy, that he's working on this farm as a farmhand, but the farmer's daughter is looking awfully nice, and in fact she seems to have some kind of attraction for him, but she's afraid to take it any further than where she's at right at that moment. And so he's letting her know, I'm not stalling around trying to waste your time. I'm just waiting around, waiting for you to make up your mind. I've been living life wrong, all alone and empty without you. And I've been lonely too long, singing this song of the blues. Good song. I'm interrupting this other video because I have this story about this song that needs to be told. So, it's winter 1974. We're living in Portland. That would be Diane and I and our new baby Lori are living in Portland, Oregon, just off of 17th and Hawthorne. We're staying at this place called the Chinese Castle because it was bright yellow with orange trim, and it just had that look of regalness. But I got a hold of this agent and made arrangements for him to meet me at this local bar that was probably about 4 blocks away from where I was living, 4 or 5, maybe 6 blocks away. Anyways, it was up on just off on. And I made arrangements with him so that I could show him what I could do. They had an open mic there at this place. And I figured that this could be my opportunity. This would be my big chance. Now, like I was telling you before, and I may have already told you the story, so just bear with me, okay? If you already heard this, then fast forward and just go to the rest of it. Country music was different in the 70s. I mean, it really was kind of a different entity than it is now. There was a lot of different stuff, and I mentioned this. I don't care. The long and short of it is, I had this opportunity to have an agent watch me performing and hearing some of my good material. So it was Friday night, and it was really, really cold. I walked over there with my guitar and case into this place. I did not, at the time, what they did at this place was they kind of drew lots to see when you were going to perform, and I didn't get a very good standing. I got one a little bit later, and I was hoping, to get one earlier, because sometimes these guys, they don't hang around. But anyways, I got my opportunity, and I went up there on the stage, and I kept, while I was there, I kept looking for this other guy. Maybe he'd come up and shake my hand and say hi. So then I figured, well, he's just incognito. And I just felt like, well, I'm gonna just blow him away. And I got my opportunity, and I did a couple songs. I did this song.
You sang out all your soul, changing winds outside a cold.
I got a very good response, from the audience.
And your story is still untold.
I got a really good response, and I couldn't help but think, somebody out there is seeing this response, and they're gonna talk to me. And I went home, and I was pretty jazzed. I even celebrated with my wife. Never heard from him. Then Saturday. This was a Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Finally, I called him back up on Monday, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Baldwin, but something else came up and I couldn't make it." Didn't reschedule for another time. It was like he wasn't interested, and that was okay, because I knew at that point that I had something special. And there you have it. That's the story. I just didn't want this to get lost. And by the way, I've written this down in my book. Books, actually. I've got 4 sets. I'm not promoting myself. I just wanted you to know, though, that the song is very special, and I think you'll like it. All right. Good song. Good lyrics. And originally I wrote this song back in 72/73. My timings and all my dates match, but if they don't, just live with it. So, I was borrowing Diane. Diane's father gave her this portable, and he says that it was a color TV. The TV that I borrowed from her, though, was black and white. And there was one night I I got off from work and I went home, and they had a rerun of the 1968 Return of Elvis. And if you've never seen that, it's a really cool show to watch. You can tell that he's had a lot of anxiety. He still has all this charisma though, and talent, and he just had something wonderful there. And I thought to myself, he could be doing this only too long. But in his perspective, he would sing it a little differently than I did. But I didn't want to sing like Elvis. But let me give you the lyrics with a little bit of an Elvis twist on it. And don't get too excited, because I can't do Elvis that well. Well, I'm not stalling around trying to take up your time. I'm just waiting around, sign for you to make up your mind. And I've been living life wrong, all alone and empty without you. And I've been lonely too long, singing this song of the blues. Elvis did a lot of blues. He did a lot of blues, he did a lot of country and western, and he did everything in between too. And he did it with panache. He was just really good at everything he did. So I had in my mind that, someday I'm going to be able to get this song to him and he would run with it. But that never happened. And sorry to say, it just didn't. I have other stories that deal with this, but really that's all you need to know as far as Lonely Too Long. It was considered by some people as my first big song, my first big hit, and it is certainly one of my signature songs. But I'd written some other songs prior to that I felt were pretty good, but I'd written probably at least a dozen songs before that, but this one just seemed to rise above and rise, and so there you have it, Lonely Too Long. And originally, as I mentioned before, I wrote that in 73, could be 72 by the way, end of 72, middle of 72 for that matter, because I wrote it about Diane. I did ask her to marry me, by the way, and she said no. And then I went on for a couple more months, and then, I recorded it in 1971. It was on one of my first albums, Lonely Too Long. A Working Man. I think A Working Man came before. No, Lonely Too Long was the first one, I'm pretty sure. So I recorded it again in 2017 on Alter Egos and Secret Identities. I did a really good job of that, and I already let you hear a little bit about that. I think it was in chapter 5, where we talked about when you're recording music. Maybe it was chapter 6. I'm just moving forward with this, but that was a great album, Alter Egos and Secret Identities. It didn't know what it was, though. I did arguably 4 songs that were country and western. I did 4 songs that were blues, and the rest of it was a combination of jazz. I don't know how to categorize it, but I just remember there was some good stuff there. So if you get a chance, you could look that up. But I digress. I'm using the C harmonicas because it's in the key of G, and I'm doing a fabulous job on that. It's nothing to write home about, but certainly if you've got a C harmonica, pick it up and play along, because you can have fun doing that kind of thing. So, till next time, thanks a lot for listening, or watching, or whatever we're doing.